Welcome back everybody to another video here today at the HQ. My name is Icy Advice, and today we're going to be checking out some Halo Reach mods as well as a Halo 3 ODST mod. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what it might be like to play as an ODST in Halo Reach's Firefight and a Trooper in Halo Reach's Firefight. And last but not least, we will be checking out Halo 3 ODST but playing as a Trooper. If you guys do enjoy the video, drop a like on it, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into the video. So, to start it off, we're going to be checking out Halo Reach ODST Firefight. Now, essentially what this does is actually turns you into an ODST from Halo Reach. Now, as far as customization goes in this mod, there actually is quite a bit to offer. From changes to your armor, depending on what visor color you actually do, and your colors that you select, primary and secondary, will change colors, excuse me. So, as you can see here, we actually are changing the color here to Forest and Forest. And when we load into the game, if you take a look at our undersuit, our pants and undersuit shirt, we are actually green and like a tan. So the visor color actually changes the main color of your armor, which would be the helmet, your shoulders, any armor that you are wearing actually is modified by the visor color. So we selected black, now our armor color is black, and I selected blue and an orange for primary and secondary color, which actually changed the color of my pants and shirt. Changing the visor color again will now give us pretty much the default ODST outfit, so you can actually match with the AI if you wanted to do that. Next up, making some more changes to our armor, we actually changed it to gold visor, and we changed to steel on steel. And now in game, if we take a look at our ODST, this is probably the closest you can get to the AI, except for you will have green armor. Now changing the visor once again to silver and leaving the colors to steel on steel. Now, once you actually move into the light here, you will have a sort of camouflage undersuit with default armor there. But nonetheless, it is an absolute blast to actually play this mod and play as an ODST in Halo Reach Firefight. It does honestly give a pretty good feel. There's not very many bugs with this, besides the fact that, as you'll see here, when I actually try to melee a Jackal with a shield up, you actually aren't able to do any damage to them, unfortunately. As you can see there, when his shield actually went down, I was actually able to melee and kill him. So you have to keep in mind that you're essentially playing as an AI here. Yes, the movement does feel like an AI. When you move around, there really is no jiggle to it, I guess you could say, or smoothness. It's kind of just snapping around. Now the cool thing is on all these maps, they actually do include some vehicles. For example, the Warthog with a chain gun turret is on every single map. Whether it's Trooper Firefight or ODST Firefight, there is Warthogs to use, which is an absolute blast to get on and have a Marine or whoever get into it with you and fight alongside you. So as I said before, some of the army permutations are a little bit randomized each time you start the game. As you can see, now that I do not have a jetpack, I actually have a Trooper backpack on the back of my ODST, which is pretty freaking sick. The randomized armor and stuff like that really changes it up and makes it into a very interesting mod. I'm glad that he decided to make that change. So now, here we are on Halo Reach Trooper Firefight. So, as you can see, we're playing as a Trooper with a jetpack on our back. As I said before, when we were playing as an ODST, the jetpack will take place of your backpack. So if I switch off of this jetpack, I will have a backpack, and we will take a look further into detail on the customization in this actual mod. As you can see, I fly up as a jetpack and die up there. Now that we don't have the jetpack on though, we actually have just a backpack. So you are essentially playing as a Trooper here. It feels very similar to an ODST. Obviously, the ODST and Trooper have essentially the exact same biped and animations. The only thing that I didn't mention when we checked out the ODST is throwing the grenades. You are throwing it as an AI, so you are not able to actually really accurately throw these grenades at the enemies, unfortunately. That is just how it is as you play as an AI, but it is fun nonetheless. Fighting off hordes of Covenant here as a Trooper with friendly troopers around, it really just kind of makes the game a little bit different, and it feels a lot more fun and more grounded, honestly. You're not a super soldier anymore. You no longer have a shield. you are very vulnerable to the Covenant's attacks. As you saw there, we were trying to melee there. There is a lot of different trooper animations for the melees, such as the one where we kind of threw our DMR at him essentially, and kicking happens a lot. Now as we continue on here on Courtyard, we get to fight some hunters as a trooper. That's something that I didn't show as we were playing as an ODST, because they did not spawn when I was playing, and we get absolutely destroyed by the hunters there. I must say, playing as a trooper and fighting hunters is a lot more difficult than it is playing as a Spartan. You do a decent amount of melee damage as a trooper, but you are a lot slower, and like I said, you're a lot more grounded. It is very hard to fight hunters as a trooper. That was one bug that I noticed right there. As you guys saw, when I was crouched and I threw a grenade, it kind of bugged out, and the grenade was kind of stuck to my hand, and then all of a sudden it shot out of my hand towards the Covenant there, which is one bug that I did notice, but it's really not that serious of a bug, as it can be very avoided by just, you know, not crouching and throwing a grenade. Now here come both of the hunters. I was lucky, and actually one of our troopers shot one of them and threw a grenade, and it blew up at his back and hurt that hunter. And now we have one hunter remaining, in which me and these troopers are going to eventually take this guy out, and I kick him in the back, which ends up killing him. Now realistically, a trooper kick to the back probably would not be able to take out a hunter. There is a group of ODSTs that are on each map as well, along with a bunch of troopers, as you guys saw in the corner there. And drop pods and everything come back in, and that grunt just betrayed his friend there as a grunt there. So like I said, there is warthogs on every map. It is mostly chain guns, I believe. I could not find a rocket hog besides on Unearthed. It is replaced, you know, on Unearthed with a rocket hog, and then I believe there also is a chain gun hog as well on Unearthed. Now here we are finally fighting some elites, some harder enemies, although they're a little bit easier to fight than hunters. Obviously, hunters are a lot harder to fight in this mod. Getting taken out there in the driver's seat. Now we are on Outlook, I believe this is, playing as Trooper Firefight again. And our armor permutations are a little bit different. As you can see, we have a different helmet, and we have the radio backpack. So like I said before, the customization is different. Let's get a deep dive into that customization. Now, once again, changing our armor. Now we're actually looking at doing trooper customization here. Violet and ice camouflage, or primary and secondary, plus blue visor color will actually change you into the default trooper outfit. So you will actually have your camouflage undersuit there and a tan set of armor, which is the exact armor and color that the AI actually used. Moving on to more customization here, changing to a gold visor, and going into game, we actually have a little bit of a change to armor. We actually have green armor. So I noticed that the helmet for the Spartan, for the trooper actually is not changed at all. The armor for the shoulders is changed, and the chest is changed by the visor, but your helmet is actually changed by the primary and secondary colors that you select for your Spartan. So the visor changes your shoulders and your knees and thighs and chest, and the primary and secondary colors actually change your undersuit and helmet. And last but not least, in today's Halo MCC mod showcase video, we are checking out Halo 3 ODST Marine Firefight. Now, I would say that this one has some of the best movement and stuff in terms of actually playing as them. They are a little bit more smooth than the Halo Reach ODST and Trooper Firefight. I don't know why that is. I think it might just be because it's Halo 3 and it simply just maybe has better physics, or the AI are just slightly better in terms of movement and smoothing. Now, as you can see here, unlike the Halo Reach ODST mod and Trooper mod, in this one you actually have random armor that does appear every single time you respawn. In Halo Reach, if you remember what I said, with customization, every time you start a match, you have a chance with spawning with different armor. In this one, you can actually get your helmet shot off. Now, in Halo Reach, I do not believe, at least in the hour that I played, I never had my helmet actually be shot off. In Halo 3 ODST Marine Firefight, however, you do have your helmet get shot off occasionally. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. You'll actually see it here in this portion of the video, where I do actually get my helmet shot off I believe it was from a jackal or a grunt that actually ended up shooting it off. As you can see here, we can actually use Covenant weapons as well. That is expected. I mean, that's just something that works. There you go. There goes the helmet. Shot it off. Grenade ended up killing me, plus that brute hitting me. Now, I must say that the Halo 3 ODST Marine Firefight is a little bit more enjoyable. As what I said before, it just feels a little bit more smooth, I guess you could say. And it's not quite as challenging as Halo Reach's Firefight was as playing an ODST and a Trooper. In Halo 3 ODST, it is a little bit easier to fight against the Covenant. Now, on all of my playtests that I showed in this video, I was playing on normal difficulty, so that is something to keep in mind. There is no difficulty change here. It is just on normal difficulty across all the different versions of the mod that we played in today's video. Now, finishing it off here, I must say that this is one of the coolest mods for Halo 3 ODST. Just playing as a Trooper is a completely different experience. Same with playing it on Halo Reach, playing as an ODST and a Trooper. It is an absolute blast to check out all of this kind of different stuff and just, you know, how modding can really change Halo and make it, you know, into a completely different experience. Now, as I close this one out, I must say, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you guys did enjoy this video at any point in time. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys plan on checking out any of this stuff that we checked out in today's video, and let me know what you guys think of these mods. That is it for me on the HQ here. My name is Icy Advice, and I am signing out. Peace.